Hello YouTube, we are sitting here in Spiffy Guy Labs, also known as my garage, and we're going to solve a problem. That problem is I don't have any trees to hang my hammock from, so it makes it difficult for me to develop an underquilt or do any sort of work on my hammock without having trees. So we are going to make some hammock stands, so stick around. Alright, well I apologize for the cars going by, but I live next to a busy street, and I asked them to stop and they just kept driving. So basically what we're going to end up doing is creating two tripods out of our wood, which are cedar 2x2s. They're 8 feet long. Now you could use the pine if you can find some at Home Depot that are, or wherever you go, that are straight and not full of knots. The pickings at Home Depot was pretty slim, so I ended up just getting these cedars. It added a couple bucks per stick though, so you know it kind of increases your cost a couple dollars. These are 8 foot long 2x2s. As I said, we're going to cut them down to 6 feet. Now the type of stand that we're creating is a modification of something off the Hammock Forums called the Turtledog stand. She came up with a bamboo tripod and hung a bar across the bottom, and it was later modified by a guy by the name of Old Dog, who added the hinges to it. So what we got on the left here is we got, let's go in a little bit and I'll show you all the stuff we got. Okay, so we got our 2x2s. We also got 8 bolts. They're 1/4 inch by 2.5 inches, and we've got some washers and nuts to go along with it, and a wrench to tighten them up. We also got some gate hinges. These are 6 inch, and we've got screwdriver, or screw gun, drill, and drill bits to drill the holes for our bolts to go into our hinges. We've got a square and a tape measure and a saw, and that's pretty much about all we're going to need. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure out 6 feet on our chunk of wood. Make sure that we've got no knots, and we've got the straightest section that we're going to cut off, and we're going to go ahead and cut that off and then continue on to the rest of it. So we'll have 6 pieces that are 6 feet long. Okay, thanks. You can see what we've got. So we've cut all 6 of our pieces, and this is our hinge. Now the way that we're setting the hinge up is we want the hinge to be set up like this, so when we're all done we can close them up, and you'll have the 3 basic, 3 pieces of the stand all folded nice and flat. So you don't want to mount them like this, which means that what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take a piece of wood and you're going to mount with these 2 holes right here on the bottom of the piece of wood, and then the other 2 pieces will come up and they're going to mount with a single hole like that. Okay, so just make sure to mount your hinge correctly. Now what you can do is you can cut these so they're at an angle, so when the 2 pieces come together to make the front part of the tripod, they'll hit up against each other at the top, and that'll keep them from opening up. That's a problem that you'll need to rectify. I'm just going to drill some holes in the bottom and run some paracord or bank line or something through it just to keep them from separating once there's a load on it. So we're going to go ahead and mark up, put the hinges on, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, so we got it together. It's a little crooked on the one side. I don't know if that matters. We'll have to see. All my DIY projects have a tendency to be not correct or straight, but usually they work. So what we'll end up doing is we'll end up hanging a small shackle or a hook or something from one of these, and that'll come down like right here, and we'll have our pipe come across, where I'm actually going to use a railing for a stairwell because I have it. Hopefully it works and doesn't break, but we'll see. But you can make these a little bit longer and angle them in so these two will touch each other, and that'll get your spread. Instead, what I'll have to do is I'll have to drill a hole down here, and then over here, and then over here to this leg, and we'll have a string that'll come across all those to keep the legs from moving further out, because they will move. But you know, you just sorry about that. And you can see it just folds right up and should store fairly flat. So we'll see. It's a work in progress. Just need to make the second one. Alright, well, my neighbor started mowing the lawn, but I made a little bit of progress. It didn't take long to cut all that stuff. But this is a stainless steel shackle. It'll hold 800 pounds. So that's what we'll hang the rod from. And then down here at the bottom, I drilled the holes through each of the legs, and we're setting it up for the so they won't spread out. And that's just paracord in there. So from there, it's time to attach the handle rod here, or the stairs railing. We're going to end up hanging that with some 1/4-inch rope that I got, and we'll probably make a little proof 6 set with a double fisherman knot and hang from there, and we'll see if it gets me or not. So we'll see. All right, so we've completed our Turtledog stand. My pipe is a little short. It's like 11 feet, and consequently mounting the hammock, it hangs a little bit low. But let's see what it looks like with a large guy in it. So it's hard to tell how much that bow is that bar is bowing, but it hangs. There you go. Instant trees. Okay, so initially we have it hanging from the shackle. This is a fisherman's knot down to a prusik on the pipe. Initially I had the whoopee slings hanging from this, okay? And that made it really, really close to the ground. So what I ended up doing was changing my whoopee slings out, made them longer, and then just double wrapped it up here. And it seems to be working. This is a or Eagle's Nest Outfitter double nest, and so consequently, if this bar was longer, say another foot, you could probably hang off of these rings. But I'm surprised there's not as much bow or flex in this rod. It's not a very good rod. I might have to change it out. There's a few little like imperfections in it that would freak me out. Big giant crack right here. Yeah, kind of freaking me out. But I think this is like 1 1/4 inches. But it seems to be working. The kid loves it. So, and at the bottom I've just got it tied with the spreaders to keep it from overspreading. So there you go. Turtledog stand. Go to hammockforums.com. You search for Turtledog and you'll find one.